Good afternoon, everyone. I thought I would jump on and make a quick video about some recent additions I made to our Teach Kentucky Ag website just in time for Thanksgiving. I think I'll just go ahead and show you what I did by sharing my screen. So if you visit teachkyag.org, and then click on Programs and Lessons in the top menu, and then Curriculum, you are going to find a button for our Thanksgiving lessons. Click on that. Now, I shared this collection of lessons just last week through our educator newsletter. If you don't already receive that, you can click on the Join button at the top, and it will take you to a form where you can put in your email address and choose which newsletters that you would like to receive. And then you can receive things like this in the future. Now, there are several lesson options for all different grade levels and from different places on this web page. We have things from the National Ag in the Classroom, from Scholastic, things from our different commodity groups. This lesson here, the Google Classroom Thanksgiving Interactive Notebook, was created by Kentucky Ag teacher Rachel Wilson, and she uses this in her classroom. So there's a lot of different things the students can do there. What I wanted to show you was the addition of this worksheet here, which is Where Does Thanksgiving Dinner Grow in Kentucky? So I just added this. Now, this is modified from our Feeding Kentucky program, where we talk about growing a pizza in Kentucky. But I thought I would give it a Thanksgiving twist and talk about the ingredients that we need for a Thanksgiving dinner. I wanted to give you some background real quick about where these counties, the top counties for these different ingredients, come from. Now, Kentucky is not known for growing turkeys, and I'll be honest, we're not a top state for growing any of these ingredients, but most foods can be grown in most places. It's just that certain crops may be grown more in different areas of the US, of the world, of our state, just because of the different soil types, geography, markets, and so on. So I'm going to give some background about why these things may be grown in these places in Kentucky. The data came from the 2017 USDA Census of Agriculture, while a 2022 census has been completed by farmers. That information will not be available to us until next spring. So we're still using 2017 data. And this is also my plea to my farmers to please fill that out every 5 years, because we utilize this data quite a bit. Now, back to our ingredients. So turkey. Most of our turkeys are produced right here in Daviess and McLean counties, right here on the Ohio River in Western Kentucky. That makes sense considering most of our corn and soybean production is in the western part of the state, and that is what they eat. I also found that Kenton County up here in northern Kentucky by Cincinnati, they also had quite a few turkeys. The Poultry Federation told me it's probably more direct to consumer or specialty turkey production, but nonetheless, there was a pocket of a lot of turkeys up in northern Kentucky. Wheat. Kentucky does grow quite a bit of wheat, not as much compared to some of our other crops, but we grow soft red winter wheat, so that can be used in rolls and baking mixes, cakes, stuffing, pie crusts, all the things that we like for Thanksgiving. And our top counties for wheat production are down here on the western southern border of Kentucky. We have a major mill in Christian County, so this makes it an easy place for our farmers to get their grain there. Wheat is grown in a lot of places around western in central Kentucky, but most of it comes right here. Pork for ham, if you choose to enjoy ham instead of turkey, or maybe you do both. Most of our pork production is here in the Jackson Purchase area. However, we do have a large concentration of pigs in Daviess counties as well. I just wanted to focus our turkey production there. I didn't want to put two counties in two different ingredients because that would just confuse the students. But just know that we have a lot of pigs up here on the river as well. Now, as far as vegetable production goes in Kentucky, you can find vegetable production all over our state. And I do love how we've got counties kind of all over central and eastern Kentucky showcased here for these different things. Sometimes it's about proximity to a larger city. That's why we have a lot of vegetables grown in Shelby and Scott County. So here between Louisville and Lexington. While they're not listed, we have a lot of vegetable production down here in that southern tier where we grow lots of wheat. These are also the counties that have the most dairy production. It's just great land. And then we have Nashville down here, which is a large city. So a lot of those products are going south. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this. Remember, Kentucky has 120 counties. It's a bunch. So they're going to have to look hard to find all of these counties. But it would be a great little geography lesson. It's kind of like a seek and find when you have this many counties. So real quick, I wanted to go back and show you one more thing that I have. And I did share this on the Facebook page as well, but I added a new turkey math. And this is probably one of the most popular, I guess, worksheets on our website, especially this time of the year. And I have several versions of this. So depending on the ability level of your students, you can choose from several. So this first one is simple addition and subtraction problems, and they just use the guide and color in the right color. If they're only counting, they can count the little stars and color the correct color. Here's one for multiplication. And then the one I just added is simplifying fractions. So they can find either decimals or percentages or different versions of fractions. There's a few addition and subtraction problems in here, so they're going to actually have to make them have similar denominators to figure those out. But I thought that would be a good challenge for our secondary students. A lot of our high school students were using the multiplication, but I'm like, let's step it up. So we have some more options here. If ever you are looking for something specific, if you're teaching a unit and you want to find an agriculture connection, please just contact us and ask. We might be able to find something for you on the National Ag in the Classroom website or just by doing a search. We have a lot of lessons at our disposal. We're finding more every single day. And that's really exciting that there's so many resources for you all to use. But don't ever hesitate to ask where you can find certain things, because there's a lot of it available. And with that, I hope you all have a great last few days before the Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you're able to use some of these resources in your classroom. If you do, please let us know. Take a picture or just share us a little email, jennifer@teachkyag.org. We'd love to hear about it. And I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving holiday.